Ladies and gentlemen, honored guests, and the distinguished leaders. I'm NIINAMI, CEO of Suntory Holdings and chairman of Keizai Doyukai. It's a great honor to welcome you all in the presence of His Excellency, Mr. Rahm Emanuel, the ambassador from the United States of America, as co-chair of this year's GZERO Summit. I'm very happy to see so many people gathered here with the enthusiasm to learn and exchange thoughts on what's happening in the world and what to expect in the future. And thank you for this opportunity. We are indeed facing a complicated landscape that makes it tremendously challenging to navigate the world and the business. I have great implication that near future events will have for Japan and Asia, such as a presidential election in Taiwan, general elections in Korea, of course, US presidential election. Needless to say, Japan must and will continue to emphasize firm cooperation with the US and the like-minded countries for the sustainability, stability, peace, and prosperity of the Asia-Pacific. This includes how Japan can work with the Asian countries to overcome the challenging energy issue, achieve net zero eventually by 2050. Having said that, I wonder if Japan is sufficiently prepared for all possible scenarios. Our key event is, of course, US elections. That will take place next November. For one, regardless of outcome of the elections, which is expected to be very close, voters may not accept the defeat and turn against each other, paving the way for a serious, divided, and conflicted US. We don't want to see it. But depending on its outcome, it might bring more drastic change to US domestic and foreign policies. Possible reversal of alliances, policies would impair the progress that the world has been making to address issues, especially climate and energy. In such a scenario, how will China respond? How will the US-China relationship evolve as a result? While China aims to regrow its economy, its policy might prioritize the unification of Taiwan at the center of its interests. We should not underestimate the tremendous threat this may pose for the peace and stability for Asia. The meeting between President Biden and President Xi at APEC gave us hope for de-escalation in economic and geopolitical tensions and more stability for our region. But we should understand, it doesn't solve the whole issue. It may only slow its devastation because there is not underlying trust, to be honest. I strongly believe Japan must take action to prepare for all the scenarios with a plan A, plan B, and more with utmost urgency. As the Romans say, if you want peace, prepare for war. Then closer cooperation with South Korea will be crucial. Not just at the government level, but also business cooperation in new areas such as a joint procurement of hydrogen and ammonia. We also need to accelerate the ongoing efforts to semiconductor supply chain with like-minded countries like the United States. Such a shift to a future-oriented approach will lead to de-risking the supply chain. We at the Keizai Doyukai recognize geopolitical intelligence to be key in decision-making for business and have been holding regular study group to cultivate a deeper understanding among Japan's business leaders. I am sure many of us here will also find useful insight in the discussions and interactions hosted by Eurasian Group today. I look forward to an enlightening learning experience with all of us here, starting with Jan's keynote speech. Thank you very much.